Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Resero Games Stage. Woo! We've got an amazing little panel now. We're seeing Lego Jurassic World. I would like to welcome onto the stage Jamie and Graham from TT Games.
Hi everyone. All right, we're coming through too loud? No, good. Okay, so I'm Jamie Eden. I'm game director of Lego Jurassic World. Alongside me I've got Graham Goring, who's lead story designer at TT Fusion, part of TT Games and Warner Brothers. So today we're going to show you some cool scenes from Lego Jurassic World, and with the focus on the upcoming film, we're obviously quite limited in what we're allowed to show because everyone's quite under wraps. So we're going to show off some iconic scenes from the first Jurassic Park movie.
Don't be scared. Come on, it's okay. She's sick.
I have to insist that we get moving.
Getting stuck straight in.
Rats.
So I'm glad that got the glass. Everyone seemed to love that. We've seen the filmmakers, kids, and focus testing. Everyone loves that. So now we can see what the Triceratops needs to be healed. So an apple, a carrot, and of course an ice lolly, because you know dinosaurs love ice lollies. So Jerry Harding, he's a park ranger at Jurassic Park.
Yes, we know they're toxic, but the animals don't eat them.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
Items and clues. When he gets to here, he's revealed a grow spot that Ellie, who's a paleobotanist, can use to grow a plant to help us reach the higher area. So you start to notice the wildlife, small animals, insects and creatures around, which really helps make the island Nubla and Isla Sorna feel alive. So we found the ice lolly, we can take that back to the Triceratops to help her feel better.
Alright, so she's suffering from meliotoxicity.
Cool, that's one ingredient down. We'll head over to this side now and try and track down some of the others. So Ellie again, using a watering can to grow some plants. And Jerry Harding can use his InGen tranquilizer rifle to hit that and release a vine for the group to get up. So Jerry Harding can use his tracking ability again. It's something that he shares with many of the wardens, hunters, adventurers throughout the films. There's over 100 collectible and customizable characters spread across all 4 films. So Ellie can grow a lovely apple tree and take that apple back to the Triceratops.
These are dilated.
Great, so that's 2 ingredients down, last one to find. As you notice, this area is quite serene and calm, nice rabbits running around, nice and bright, and you'll see the contrast in the other scenes, the scarier ones,
So
more intense
awesome.
sections from the rest of the films.
Macrovesicles. It's interesting.
So the Triceratops healed,
It's
it's a
okay.
lovely cuddle
I'm
from Ellie.
impressed, Dr. Sattler. She's looking right as rain again. Speaking of which, we should get back to the visitor center before the storm catches
So
us.
these stones that you can see dotted around add helpful facts, information and hints to players. We find that they're less intrusive than other ones, and we can also put educational information on them linked to the dinosaurs. So what we can do now with Hilda is we can run around with the Triceratops. So we can control all sorts of dinosaurs in Jurassic World. There's 20 species to play as, and they've all got their own unique and helpful abilities. So alongside healing them in story levels, 2 large open worlds that you can heal other dinosaurs as part of. So here, we can use the Triceratops with a charge ability to break through
The car! There should be another car parked in the compound northeast
head up
of
the
here.
hill.
Not part of the visitor center.
One thing you'll start to see
I
is
don't
across
fancy
the river,
that dino's
the
chances
weather in the
of
levels
balancing
start
on
to
the
change.
trunk. We better make another
Storm
way
hits,
over
just
for her.
like in the film. So the sky begins to get grey, the lights get dimmer, and rain starts to hit.
Oh, right. There isn't a bridge here.
So Ellie can grow this to let the Triceratops get over and help the rest of the party. So this level's a bit longer in the final game.
Ah,
Just
heck.
gonna skip through some sections to show you the Tyrannosaurus area. And Triceratops can break that through. We rebuild this panel which InGen employees can use to open up these gates.
Good as new.
Head through into there and into the next level. So one thing you'll see on the loading screens, if you remember him from the first film, is Mr. DNA. So that's our playable version of him. He's got loads of cool abilities and you unlock him later on in the game. Alongside him on the loading screens, we've got these mini builds. We've actually got some of these around our office that people in this studio have built. And as you can probably guess from there, we're going to go head to the Tyrannosaurus enclosure.
Hey, what'd I touch?
You didn't touch anything. We stopped.
You feel that? What is that?
Where does he think he's going?
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Just like in the movie, the Tyrannosaurus is holding the and the other characters won't go anywhere. So we're going to have to find a way to extract the Tyrannosaurus. But before we do that, we just want to show off some of the collectibles you can find hidden around LEGO Jurassic World. So Grant, he's a digger. He can dig up these objects here and build something with them. So these are bone boxes. There's 10 of these in each level. And as you collect them, you'll start to unlock more dinosaur skeleton parts. And you can view the dinosaur skeletons in the open world section. You can also play as those dinosaur skeletons. As well as this in the level, there's one amber brick per level. And what that does is, just like in the film, amber means dinosaur DNA. So these allow you to unlock the dinosaurs. And they're one of the cool features of the game. So now we can go and find a way to distract the Tyrannosaurus. Grant can use his raptor claw to put through dense foliage, just like when he terrorises a 10-year-old boy in the first film. We can go and take that over there to drain this water. build from. And one of the challenges we face with, and I've used to Jurassic Park, is how to tone down some of the scary bits for younger audiences. So in order to take the edge off the scary sequence, we give the dinosaurs sort of personality. So big dinosaurs, the T-Rex, we treat them like big dogs.
Hey!
And we have them playing with squeaky toys, catching frisbees, rubber ducks, chewing on bones like this one. So she's quite distracted with that bone now, which lets Grant go over there and dig. Jack, finish the car out of the mud, and let Murphy crawl out from inside. Great, we've rescued her, and you can use her ability to help us rescue our brother, Timmy. So one thing you remember her doing from the screen is she screams quite loudly, which you need to break that glass Lego on the Jeep.
Ian, freeze! Get the kids! Get rid of the flare!
So Ian Malcolm, ever the hero, has distracted the Tyrannosaurus for us. So this level's actually a bit longer in the release version of the game, but we want to get you into some action straight away afterwards. So once we rescue Timmy, we'll head into the next section. Drags the car through the mud. Lets us pull Timmy out from inside.
Where's the other car? Alan! Alan! Ian? Your chance moving it.
Please, chances.
Must go
levels
faster.
in the game. And if you remember from the Jurassic Park movie, dinosaurs chasing humans is a pretty common occurrence. So in this, the Tyrannosaurus is chasing Jeep. The Jeep's driver can evade the way of attacks,
Move!
or not in Graham's case. Or you can tag your buddy in the back. Ian Malcolm can help you out by throwing flares into the Tyrannosaurus mouth when it rolls. not only stops the charge, but it also adds a counter, which lets you gain collectibles later on. Again, one of the things we found is with focus testing and work with young audiences. Kids love these sections, they love chases, they constantly want to replay them.
Think they'll have that
They're
on
all
the
about
tour?
exciting actions, part of them. Another cool thing is that after you complete the film, you'll get a chance to replay these levels from the dinosaur's point of view. You get to play the Tyrannosaurus, the Charger, the game like the bugs, and use dinosaurs to fly these things. And there's also cases where we play as a dinosaur being chased by another dinosaur, and it's predator mode scenario.
Remind me to thank John for a lovely weekend.
So that's the end of the gameplay section we'll be showing today. If I can summarise LEGO Jurassic World briefly, it's 4 Jurassic adventures in one colossal game. There's 20 levels, 5 per film, with 2 massive open world areas to explore. Isla Nublar from films 1 and 4, and Isla Sorna from films 2 and 3, and 20 playable dinosaurs, all with their own unique abilities. So if you just want to run the trailer to show off some more of the dinosaur gameplay.
Actually, there's been a bit of a technical difficulty with the trailer, so we're going to go straight into the Q&A. So if there are any questions out there, just put your hand up and I will make my way to you, all the way back over here. Here we go. Hello, sir.
Hi, Ian. You alright? You know, in the Lego Batman 3 and obviously Marvel superheroes, you had like hub races.
Yep.
Where you could, do you have anything like that in here, where maybe you control like or flying sections where you could control pterodactyl, anything like that?
They're all included. There's vehicle races, dinosaur races, flying dinosaur races, and also swimming dinosaur races. So every type of dinosaur imaginable, there's races that they can do.
Excellent. Any more questions? I'm looking over there. People are trying to keep me fit. Thanks for this. Hello. And your question is?
Hi, are you going to have any dinosaurs that aren't actually in the films, like ones that are prehistoric but have not been in the movies?
There are some, that are featured that are on InGen's list but not featured in the film. Alongside that, we've got a dinosaur customizer that you can use to mix dinosaur DNA to create new species of dinosaur. And when you do that, you inherit abilities from those new dinosaurs, and you can use them to complete puzzles in the open world.
Right, we have another question here.
Is this the full length of the game, or is it just a shortened version?
What we saw there, just. Oh, it's a shortened version. Very short. Much shorter. Do you have a question?
Is it like that? Wait. I need.
Shall I come back? I'll come back in a minute. You have a think. Right. There was a question down here, though. Hello, young sir.
Is there a bonus level for each of the 4 movies that are in the game?
Yep. There's 4 bonus levels, 1 per film, where you get to play as dinosaurs being chased, and then there's 2 sections where you can play as dinosaurs doing the chasing. So the reverse of the level was shown there, and another one, secret one from the 4th film.
Excellent.
So, is there any, like, are there all the games in one? Is it
It's all 4 Jurassic Park films and Jurassic World.
Right, I'm down here, just dodging back and forth. Hi, do you have a question?
Yes, I was wondering if there's any 2-player options.
Yeah, definitely. It's a standard LEGO game feature.
Right, and again.
My favourite part about the other LEGO games is the cheat codes. Are there any interesting cheat codes in this game?
Lots of interesting cheat codes. There's 20 red bricks to collect spread through the open world.
Can you give us an example of any of the cheat codes?
So we've got one, does anyone remember Dennis Nedry from the films? So there's one red brick which allows you to dress all your characters like Dennis Nedry in his lovely Hawaiian shirt.
Excellent, right.
Is there any like free roam around the park?
Did you get that? Is there any free roam?
Yeah, two massive islands, Isla Nublar, which has Jurassic Park and Jurassic World content, and Isla Sorna, which features content from films 2 and 3. But they're absolutely massive.
Thank you.
Hi. Do you start from the first film, or can you just pick whatever one you want to start from?
So when the game starts, you would complete the first level of film 1, and then you have the option to go to film 4 if you want to go to that straight away, or you can carry on playing through the original trilogy. It's your choice as soon as you start the game.
Here we go, let's try again.
Is there like billions and billions of characters?
Is there billions and billions of characters?
There's over 100 characters who are collectible and customizable.
Right, can I ask you to stand, please? Sorry, I've just been asked by my production person.
Of course. I'm just wondering how close to the script you had to stick to the actual films, or were you able to play about with it a bit?
Where's your mic on?
Now it's on. So, thank you, Roz, my plant in the audience. The cutscene team, they got to pick and choose lines, and because where we could, we used the actual actors, obviously from the films. And for film 4, the actors came in and did additional lines for us. So we had, Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard and Omar Sy, and all of the actors came in and did loads of extra lines for us. So occasionally we tweaked the lines a bit from the movie, so we made jokes based on that. But I mean it's all the voices you know and love, really.
And in terms of levels, we stick as close as we can to the films. So the content you'll see in the 4th film is practically what you'll get in the fourth film of this game as well.
Are there any more plants in the audience that I have to be aware of? Can I ask you to stand up, sir? Question?
Okay. What it is that with Lego games, everyone kind of wants an online mode so you can play with your friends over the net. You haven't introduced it yet. Why not? And will you ever introduce an online multiplayer mode?
I can't speak for future projects. One thing we try and promote on this is local co-op. Lots of families play, lots of young audiences, and online isn't always the best place for that target audience. But one thing you've got is the option for PS4 share play. That's the same as online co-op, which we support as a feature of the game.
Excellent.
Are there going to be any add-ons to the game, or because if you're adding all the scenes from Jurassic Park, there would be very little downloadable content?
So in terms of downloadable content, all the levels that will feature in the game are in the game. There's no additional levels to come as downloadable content now.
Right, here we go. Actually, sorry, stand up. I'm getting angry shakes over there.
With regards to the open world sections of the game, do they evolve over time as you play through it, or can you craft anything?
So as you go through the open worlds and play through, you'll unlock more and more sections of them, and as you progress, you'll be collecting gold bricks. What they do is they'll unlock new areas for you to place dinosaurs within. So you can as you go round, you'll open up more and more of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World to explore.
Excellent.
Hiya. Is this going to be released on just the next gen, or is it being released on like PS3 and 360 as well?
It's PS3, 360, Wii U, PC, PS4, Xbox One, as well as the handheld versions on 3DS and Vita.
Right, just wandering back. Here we go. Can I ask you to stand up, sir? Thank you.
You mentioned that you were trying to make it less scary for people, but there was a lot of screaming involved, and obviously the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World are very scary films.
Yeah.
How have you managed to do that with some of the scenes of dinosaurs dying or people dying? How have you managed to censor that?
Well, I mean, as you saw in that scene there, where Donald Gennaro gets picked up and eaten, he's alive and he's brushing his teeth. And there's a similar thing like in film 2, where there's a certain character who perhaps becomes two people at a certain point. But he's fine. You know, it's fine. Nobody is harmed, kids. Everyone's fine.
Right, any more questions? I apologise if I walk past you, your hands up. Oh, here we go. Right. Question. Could you stand up, please, sir? Thank you.
with all the other games, you've had the normal play, then you go back through it and free play.
Yep.
Is there going to be the same sort of thing with this?
Same thing, and on top of that, you can take in the smaller dinosaurs like raptors, compies, Pachycephalosaurus. You can take them in and use their abilities as part of free play as well, not just the human characters.
There we go. Sorry, could you stand up, sir?
Who is your favourite dinosaur or character to play as in the game?
My favourite dinosaur in the game is the Pteranodon, because it's basically a giant bird, so I figure it probably tastes delicious.
My favourite dinosaur, I don't know if you've seen the big posters out here or seen the trailer for Jurassic World, but it's the Mosasaurus. It's the only one that can swim, and it's massive, and eats great white sharks for food. So he's really fun to play as.
You stand up, sir. Thank you. Question?
In Jurassic World, they have the sea monsters as part of it as well. Will you be able to play the sea monsters as well, the sea dinosaurs as well, in the new one, in this one as well?
So in Jurassic World, the Mosasaurus, the sea monster, he's got his own area within the open world that he can explore. So when you unlock him as a character, you can place him in there, find hidden collectibles within his zone as well. So.
Any more questions? I can't see, I'm being blinded by the lights. Right the way down there. I'm getting my exercise for the day. There we go. Question. Stand up, please, sir. Thank you.
In free player mode, are you going to have the ability to turn into a dinosaur?
Yeah.
In free player.
You can use them. There's 10 dinosaurs you can control in free play levels as well.
When does it come out? That was a question.
When does it come out? June 12th.
So not long now. There was a hand up round here, right?
Not long to go.
Not long to go. How did the process work when you were choosing the dinosaurs?
When we're choosing the dinosaurs, we go off everything we can see in the films and then start to look at the book, the source material, and then other dinosaurs which are cool as well.
Do you have any creative kind of freedom with it?
With the dinosaurs and choosing them, yeah. Everything we do has to go through the IP holders as well, but they're pretty good with what they'll allow us to do and what they'll allow us to use.
Right, I've got a big run here. I'm going to get my sprints on. Just coming round. Hello, could you stand up please? Thank you.
What was the most difficult dinosaur to create and why?
The most difficult dinosaur to create was probably, I'll use him again, the Mosasaurus, just because he's absolutely massive. And he's, on top of him, you've got the Brachiosaurus as well, which you remember from the first films and the other ones. It's got a really long neck, it's huge. It's probably the biggest thing we've ever done in a Lego game, biggest Lego model we've had that you can play as well. It's bigger than the stone giants, it's bigger than the Ents from Lord of the Rings. So, yeah.
Excellent. Can you stand up please, sir? Thank you.
In terms of the character designs of the games, with the other IPs that you've worked with, like Lord of the Rings and Marvel, the characters are very easily differentiated with their powers.
Yep.
But in terms of Jurassic World, they're all normal humans.
Yep.
Was it challenging coming up with unique gameplay mechanics for each human?
It is a bit, but there's a lot of characters who show specialist traits within the films. There's obviously like a lot of wardens, hunters and trackers within the film, and what we like to do is just mix them up with abilities that are real world useful, like repairing objects, powering things up with electricity. Yeah.
Stunning. Right, another question. Could you stand up please, sir? Thank you.
Well, what sort of... Can you customise the dinosaurs as well?
Yeah, dinosaurs are completely customisable in this. What you can do is, as Jurassic Park deals with DNA experimentation, they're messing around with DNA to make these dinosaurs. You can take 2 or 3 or 4 different dinosaurs, mash them together and create a Stegoceratops if you wanted to.
Excellent. Right, could you stand up please, sir? Thank you.
What's the most useful character and dinosaur?
The most useful character... What was that, sorry?
The most useful character, right? That was the question.
Which one has all the
and
powers?
dinosaur.
Which one has a lot of powers?
Yeah.
And dinosaur, so most useful character and dinosaur.
So Owen from Film 4 is probably one of the most useful characters. He's got lots of abilities that will help you out through the game. And probably the handiest dinosaurs to have are the raptors. They can pounce really high, they can destroy things, they're very fast. and they're one of the only dinosaurs that can build with Lego objects.
Questions? Can I see the hands over there? Any more? Last chance. Go once. Oh, here we go. Right, I have no idea how I'm going to get to you, so I'm going to climb over the front, kind of. You stand up, please. Thank you.
What governs the licenses you work on? Is it purely based on the ones that Lego hold, or is it based around releases of films?
It's a bit of both. Usually, when Lego have sets, there'll be the option to work on those projects.
Do you kind of have battle royales in the office about which franchise you cover next?
Yeah, I normally win them as well.
Okay, so you're the guy with the trident, right?
Yeah.
Like in that film that I've just completely forgot. Oh, thank you, man. Right, can you stand up, please? Thank you.
Well, in the trailer for Jurassic World, they sort of talk about this created dinosaur. It's probably spoilers, but will that be turning up in the game?
As it features in Jurassic World the film, it'll feature in Lego Jurassic World the game. So I won't say anything more.
You stick really closely to the films then?
Yeah, we try and stick as true as possible. As you've seen from previous things like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, etc., we try and aim to be as true to the films as possible. And with Jurassic World, we've done so with all 4 films.
How do you make the scenes that are pivotal and iconic part of the game and make them fun still?
Do you want to handle that?
I think we've just got this amazing animation team who have been, doing these cutscenes for over 10 years now, since Star Wars. So they really know how to inject humour into what might appear a fairly mundane scene usually. They're just really talented staff. Plus B, I'm not that though.
Right, can you stand up please? Thank you.
You say that it's on nearly every console and computer that's going at the moment. How do you guys cope with managing to get the controls to cope with every different console?
We just kind of do. The controls, because they're aimed at younger audiences, they're relatively simple in comparison with your standard first-person shooter or a racing game. So they map really well across all formats.
Right, can you stand up please? Thank you.
Yeah, with the different IPs you've been working with recently, such as Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, ones that have been coming around the past 20 years or so, do you plan to go back to older films at all, and more classic films? But of course you won't be familiar with the target audience.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. I mean, you may have seen a trailer in the last couple of days that we can't talk much about for one of our other games that's coming up, which obviously has an iconic film from about 30 years ago in it. But obviously I can't speak to other things that haven't been unannounced, unless anyone's going to offer me a job at another company, in which case I will blow the lid off this.
Okay, right. Thank you very much.
Does making games like this spoil the movie for you and things like that? Do you get to watch snippets of it, or do you get to watch the movie, or?
Do you know, I didn't get to see the new movie, but he did.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been spoiled for me, and I don't think it does. It's really nice seeing it as it evolves as well. That was really interesting on when we did the Lego Movie video game, seeing the different versions of that film. It's genuinely interesting.
Yeah, we tend to see very rough stuff early on, and then it gets more refined as we go. But I mean, I'm still going to be one of the first in the queue to see Jurassic World in the cinema.
I'll be second.
Yeah.
Excellent. Can you stand up, please?
How long is it per level? Usually. How long is it usually per level in the game?
How long is it per level per game? I mean, how is it structured, and how long are people looking to play?
You're looking to play, I reckon, about hour and a half per film, around about the same length as the actual movies. So.
But then you've got the free play on top of that to revisit, obviously.
So that's just your story run through. So on top of that, you've got your open world, which is, again, massive, and then replaying your levels in the free play mode with dinosaurs and other characters.
Right, can I ask you to come this way, just because I don't want to put the mic anywhere near the speaker, because it's going to blow a lot of ears. Right, question.
What movie franchise would you like to see as the next Lego video game the most?
Well, it wouldn't be I suppose it is a movie, but Lego Star Trek I'd love to do, just because there's so many characters and monsters and stuff like that. That would be brilliant.
In terms of movie, I think I've worked on pretty much every IP I would like to work on. Maybe I've got a 3-year-old daughter who really loves Frozen, so I'd be like her hero. People are shaking their heads.
Lego Frozen, I'm not sure it'd work, right? Right, any more questions? one more. Here we go. I'm gonna go across here. Sorry. Here we go. Sorry. Question.
So, can you go through the production pipeline that you have whilst you're making the games? So when you're doing the level design, is there somebody also working on the character design, etc.? And also when you're working with these big IP houses like Lucasfilm, what stages do you actually have to confirm with them, and what does that do to your production pipeline?
We tend to have like a couple of months early on in the project of pre-production where I'll sit down, for example with Jurassic World, watch the original 3 films over and over again, pick out characters, send them off to the character team to work for, get a team of people looking at levels, and just IP holders are involved at every stage.
And they're always really nice as well. That's what's the amount of leeway and freedom they give us is, they trust us because I think we continually make good games that honour their franchises.
Right, there was definitely a hand round here. There we go. I think I've been here before, right? Right, stand up please if you don't mind, thank you.
Is there going to be like difficulty in each level, or in the game do you set your different difficulties?
No, we just tend to have the standard difficulty because we like the games to appeal to audiences younger and older. As I say, I've got kids and I play with them, and we've got lots of people who work at the studio who play the games with the kids, and that's one of the really fun things about the Lego games is that adults and kids can enjoy them.
Excellent. Right, one more question, and then we're going to give a console away, so if you're still in the audience, there's a good chance you'll win a console. Well, there's not a good chance, obviously, because the odds aren't that good, there's loads of you here, but you know what I'm saying. I'll shut up now, here you go, question.
Sorry. Right, graphically, I think this is your most impressive game to date. Have you changed your game engine at all for development, or is it still the same?
We just continuously refine the engine we work with.
Yeah, we've got like a core dev team who are just continually adding new shaders and new graphical effects, and they're just beavering away on that constantly, separately from the actual game dev teams. So it's just like a lovely surprise some mornings where you get God Rays in there or something.
How does it work with next gen though? Because it's Lego, right? So it's you can't really make it that much better, right? In terms of visuals, or can you?
Well, we can. With the way Lego is built, as the next gen consoles, you'll see more and more of the parts, more bigger, more impressive Lego objects than previous generations and previous titles.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Right, can we get a round of applause, please? That's pretty good. Right. We have an Xbox One to give away, courtesy of Warner Brothers and TT Games in the UK, so woo! There you go, that's it. I like it, reactive crowd. Right, there is a golden brick kind of duct taped under one of the seats in the audience. So if you kind of just reach down and have a feel, and I can tell you, I know where it is, and there's somebody sat on that seat. So I'm right in thinking that, right, Mark? There is. There we go. We get a round of applause. Thank you very much. I'll come and see you in a minute and I'll bring you your console. You can even take it away with you. What a great day, right? Awesome. Can I get one more round of applause for the TT Games guys?
Cheers, guys.
Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back in about 19 minutes. We'll have Gideon Emery on stage. We're going to get to do some funny stuff. He's a voice actor. He was in Call of Duty. He was in Daredevil recently. That isn't a video game, but it's just a fun little nugget I can just drop in. He was in Wolfenstein, etc.